Welcome back to the On Switch, where we target valuable information for those out there that join this community of ours where we feel as though ownership is key. Man, we got a special guest today, former real nigga off the break first, straight up man, former HD star, former Virginia Tech star, Washington Redskin, former Washington Redskins star. My man Josh Morgan, what's going on?
What's up, man? How you?
I'm all right. How you doing today, man? What's going on
good,
with you?
Man. Every day above water, a blessing, man. I'm good, man. For
sure. So I know we all know you was like that out there on the football field. You know what I mean? But on Switch we talk like a lot about the keys of coming up and things that we learned from coming up, and kind of tactics that can help the viewers out there, help them, navigate through life.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, we talk about some upbringings and coming up in DC. How was it?
Man, coming up in DC, I mean, it was what it was, man. Yeah. It's concrete jungle.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, I honestly learned more life lessons coming up in the streets than I did in school.
Okay.
And they always tell you, in this day and time, especially as a black man, you want a street education, you want a real education, school education, and you want a business education.
Right.
And if you master all three, then you become unstoppable.
Okay.
So that's one thing I always tried to do, man. But man, just going outside every day, man, it was a life lesson. You got the hustlers on the corner, you got your friends that doing the drugs, buying the drugs from the hustlers, and then you got everybody else that's either passing through. They going to school, they going to practice, they doing whatever they going to do. So in the mix of all that, man, you gotta figure it out.
Figure out what's best for you.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I was in one of those situations where I just had to do what I had to do. Because at the end of the day, my parents was divorced. My brothers was always out in Maryland going to Douglas. I was in the city still with my father and my grandmother. And Pops was struggling, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had all these different jobs, but still wasn't enough to keep the lights on. Still wasn't enough to pay the mortgage. Still wasn't enough. So I had to, make a choice to jump off the porch early and go do what I had to do just to help grandma, keep the lights on. It was definitely rough, man, because it was plenty of nights where we had to heat the house with the oven. Leave the oven door open, turn the heat on.
I know all about that.
It was plenty of times we had to, boil the water on the stove and take it upstairs because the hot water was off and dump it in the tub just to take a bath. It was plenty of times that, getting stabbed, getting jumped, just because you big and you got a big foot, they like your shoes. Trying to take your shoes off you, all types of stuff.
I mean, that's how the city and how the DMV area probably, it is, and that's how it was coming up too. I can contest with you with the heat the house up with the stove and putting the hot water in up from off the stove upstairs to get some hot water running through the pipes. I mean, just to have some hot water getting in the bath. A lot of people don't understand, like, when you live like that, you don't even know that you going through something or you ain't got it like that. Cause like when I was coming up, I had to go through the same thing, and like we ain't spend the night over people's houses much. So when I did go to spend the night over people's houses, I'm like, damn, this how you supposed to be living? Like, this nigga got Genesis and all that. Like, man, hey, Mom, can I stay over here a little longer? I don't want to go home. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you living like that, you don't know that you really poor until you find out by your friends and stuff like that. So I definitely understand with that. So, like, you play Boys and Girls Club as well?
Nah, my father ain't let me play the Boys and Girls Club because they was making people with the trash bag and soaking people down and all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I
just to make the weight.
Yeah, just to make weight and all that.
Yeah, because
so.
back then it wasn't age. It was
weighted. It was weighted football.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was supposed to play for Watkins.
Okay.
But I just stayed with basketball. I was playing AAU.
Okay.
That was my first sport. So I just waited. I waited to play football until I got to Elliott.
Okay.
And once I got to Elliott, like I said, it's middle school football, junior high school football. Playing for Coach Fuller, that was my first time playing football.
So Coach Fuller. So once you got to high school, it was like you putting pads on, and how you feel about that?
Man, to me, I never like I said, football was my second sport, but it always came so natural to me, and I ain't really respect it because I ain't really had to work hard to be good at it.
Okay.
Basketball, I'm out there practicing for hours.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I respected it more because I had to put in more work to be good at it. Football came so easy. Like my first time out there, he put his best cornerbacks out there, and touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So it was always just a natural thing for me.
So you think that ability from using, practicing on your footwork with basketball, that helped a lot and playing receiver?
Hell yeah, no question. Because that's kind of how he broke it down to me. You know, like then they had the VHS tape, so you know what I'm saying. He broke down my basketball film and was showing me like, me catching passes, saving it from going out of bounds and throwing it back in, or me catching alley oops. You know what I'm saying? He was just breaking down like, just hand-eye coordination right here. You know what I'm saying? If you do this on a football field, you'll be spectacular.
Right.
But ain't too many people, under 6'5" doing this on a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? So he broke it down to me like that, and he was like, man, you probably gonna have a better chance of making your dreams come true, on this football field versus, trying to go to the NBA. Because I used to tell everybody, I want to be the first one to play in the NBA and the NFL. But, when he broke it down to me, I looked around, I was like, damn, ain't nobody really doing it. Like, in the NBA, you had, Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb, and Allen Iverson was the closest people that our age doing it at my size. You know what I'm saying? So, he definitely broke it down in a way that it was like, man, damn, let me really try to take this football shit serious.
So you get there, you taking this serious, you like, okay, I'm going to practice, I'm going to the game. When did the switch hit you where you was like, different positions was the same way? You played, because I understand you played quarterback first. So you didn't even play receiver first.
I was a quarterback first because, like I said, man, it was just, in high school, they usually put the best athlete at quarterback. So that's all that was, you know what I'm saying? If I would have known what I know now, I would have stayed at quarterback.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
So what school you went to first?
I was at Eastern first. My father went to Eastern, so he made me go to Eastern. But, you know what I'm saying?
Put you right in the mix.
But I was like I said, Coach Fuller was at Elliott with me. That was my first football coach. He had got the job at H.D. Woodson. So that's why I ended up getting put out of Eastern for fighting. They expelled me. And then I ended up going to HD after that my senior year. So I look back, I said, let me see what my man Josh was doing, man. See if he was faking. Man, you turned up at Eastern, man. What 1 year you threw for 900 something yards? And rushed for like 890. Yeah, I had to, man. Like I said, they put the best athlete at quarterback. So, I was out there just trying to make something happen.
That's almost 2,000 yards in one season. Okay. So you say you wish you'd have known you'd have stayed at quarterback.
If I knew what I know now, playing receiver, you know what I'm saying? Unless you the top guy and you guaranteed to get that 15 attempts a game, man, playing receiver, your life in somebody else's hands. Because think about it, you gotta wait for the line to block. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hope the quarterback see you. You might run 65 routes, be open 40 times, and only get the ball 10 of them times thrown your way. And 5 of them might be catching the pass.
And you can't take no plays off.
Can't take no plays off. Somebody else behind you waiting. Waiting.
So you said quarterback when you were staying at if you know
quarterback, the game in my hands. It's just like being a point guard on the basketball court. I control the game. You know what I'm saying? That it's a lot of people that was my height, did my type of athleticism that did what they did at quarterback. Michael Vick being one of them, man. He was the reason I ended up going to Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Before him, I ain't heard nothing about Virginia Tech.
And you played with
I played with his brother, Marcus. Even Marcus,
he's slinging that thing too, man.
I tell everybody, Marcus was a better pocket passer than Mike. Mike was one of the greatest athletes we probably gonna ever see. You know what I'm saying? And had a cannon. But as far as a pure pocket passer, man, Marcus was picking that shit apart every way possible.
So what's some of the lessons that you learned on the field that you still use to this day off the field that some of the youngest coming up that you would tell them that they can use?
Man, most of the best lessons I learned through life either came lessons from the streets or lessons on that field. And I say one of them, man, it's just football teach you, you know what I'm saying? It's a team sport, but it teach you to just do your job. You know what I'm saying? Focus on what you got to do and make sure you one of the best at what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because what you doing going to impact the whole everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and in the streets, it's going to keep your eyes on your paper. You know what I'm saying? Watch your hustle, do what you do. Don't worry about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same lesson. But the main thing is, when you sitting up there, if I fuck up at my job, the whole play fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't on my shit, the whole offense look crazy. And somebody else coming in to take my job. You know what I'm saying? So it kept you hungry, it kept you focused, it helped you learn a level of discipline that's going to keep you to a point where, I mean, we all believe when you stay disciplined, that's what God bless. God gonna bless your discipline. He gonna bless obedience. You know what I'm saying? That's all discipline is being obedient to what your task is. Whatever He put you here to do, you gotta embrace that discipline. To where it's though, man, you ain't got no choice to make it. You gonna forever be blessed if you just stay disciplined. But the main thing I would really tell the people, man, whatever you do, stay hungry, man, because even when I made it, the money never satisfied me. It was never about the money. It was always the love of the game. It was always the hunger for more. Because, like I said, when I graduated HD, I ain't had no home to go to. Being at V-Tech was my first time having my own room, my own bed, a shower.
And that's when you about like 18, 19. So I mean, like I said, I can contest with a lot of the upbringing because we're around the same age, and a lot of people don't know. Before I even moved to this rights, I had to get reunited back with my family because back then that was when welfare first got introduced. Well, it was already introduced, but it was introduced to my household. So they was like, well, a man can't be in there if you getting this assistance. And my mother was trying to shy away from at first, but then she needed help, so she went with it or whatever. And so my father couldn't be there all the time, and especially when they come and doing inspections and stuff like that. And then us as men, if we get a hall pass, like we not emotional, so like women are. So we get a hall pass and we're like, you know what? She told me to leave for a minute because now I got some free time, so I'm here, man. So I'm expecting, he did what he did, whatever the case may be. But it got to a point where we was getting put out different apartments because we was bad, breaking windows and all that stuff, getting put out. So we had to split up, and I had to go to a boys' home. And a lot of people don't know that. So when I moved back around District Heights, I had to learn my brother and them all over again. Like you at a boys' home, and like the bus would come on at 8 o'clock. I was right here off of Sheriff Road. Remember where the Wonder Bread used to be at? It was a shelter right behind there, and I stayed at that shelter as a kid. And like they were like, oh, the bus coming, nobody told us we had to go to school. Like I wouldn't get on that damn bus. I'd be around Quarles or TNT, and that's when I started learning stuff on my own. So then when I had to get back with my family and learn my brothers and them, that was like a whole nother process again. You know what I'm saying? So I can contest with, coming up, having it rough, and then just having to figure it out for yourself. Like, you know what, this ain't it. I'm gonna do it this way. You know what I mean?
course.
So you say is keeping a ceiling to what you trying to do, not letting that ceiling be the only cap for you.
Yeah.
Venturing off to something else after you reach your ceiling in whatever you're doing.
They say it all the time, man. You can't tell me the sky's the limit when it's somebody's footprints on the moon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really try to embrace that because they always people get so complacent in everything they do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's people out here, and I always use the NFL as an example.
Mm-hmm.
It's these owners pay billions of dollars for these teams.
Mm-hmm.
So if they got billions of dollars to spend on the team, that's their fun money for it.
Yeah.
What else? How much money they really got?
Yeah.
You know, how much money they really working with? If you could spend $6 billion on a team,
Right. Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
I seen the quote Jerry Jones say, hey, look, I ain't buy this for my family. I bought this this is my toy. This is my play toy.
Fun money.
Yeah, they were like, you gonna give it to your family? Like, no, I ain't buy this for them. This is my toy. So, so when you look at things like that, you feel like ownership is key.
Ownership is definitely key, man, and I think information is key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Information, because that's what it is. It's like, what do they know that millionaires don't know?
Right.
Because that's all that's stopping the millionaire from being a billionaire.
Right.
The information.
That they got.
What are you investing your money in? What moves are you making?
Right.
How are you making this $1 million right here and multiplying it, flipping it?
Right.
How are you flipping this to, all right, now you turn this million into billions?
And then on top of that, they have a lot of tax strategies that we're just learning about. You know what I mean? Trusts and stuff
Look at the
like
president, man.
shit, like F y'all can't touch nothing.
Yeah.
And it ain't because he just being boisterous like that. It's because he went and did step by step.
Yeah.
So they really can't even mess with
Can't
it.
do nothing,
You know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
only president I know with all the felonies and all that, and beating taxes and doing all types of shit.
Yeah, all types.
He still is.
Yeah. and trying to be a dictator.
Yeah.
So I was reading up on you the other day, and when I was looking at some things, I was say, I want to sit down and ask him, because I seen the clip you was talking about Travis.
Yeah.
You think he gonna be able to play both positions in NBA? I mean NFL?
I think he could do it, man.
For real?
Well, people don't know, I understand about Travis, and I don't know how he get overlooked, but that man got a 4.0 in college.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he is a student of the game, for
Right.
sure. You know what I'm saying? He's not no dummy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He understands his physical stature, but he also understands, like, look, he gonna monetize what he going through right now, man.
So we think we seen something with LeBron taking care of his back. You saying he's gonna take it to the next level?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Okay.
I think so, because why not? He hasn't had no serious injuries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He proved he could do it for years.
Mm-hmm.
From high school to Jackson State to Colorado.
Yeah.
Why would you stop that man from doing that in the NFL?
Yeah. So
And then you going to Jacksonville,
right.
weird place. It's like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good place for him to do
You
that.
got Brian Thomas down there. Why wouldn't he be a good number 2
Right.
receiver?
Or slide.
And why wouldn't he be your best corner?
Oh, you said corner. Okay, yeah. So I see a lot of former players have different objectives. I see Cam was like, man, you don't think he gonna be able to do it?
I mean, people say that because of his size.
Right.
I think naturally, you get in a good NFL program, you gonna get stronger.
So Cam was talking about that hitting you gonna have to give out in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then that hitting that licking you gotta take.
Yeah, that's why I said something about getting stronger.
Right.
Yeah, you got to, because they try and kill you.
Yeah. Okay.
They try and kill you. Like, and that be the difference from college to the NFL. Like, everybody in college, they a little more careful because they know they try to make it to the NFL.
Okay.
You know, if you get a serious injury in college, your chances probably go down a lot, tremendously.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely
when it comes to
that part.
when it comes to the league, man, you look around a lot of them as a rookie. You got grown men Man got 4 or 5 kids.
Right.
Some of them got 3 or 4 different baby mothers.
They ain't
You know
playing.
what I'm saying? They trying to kill you.
Yeah.
They trying to kill
You
you.
keep that check going.
Man, what?
Yeah.
That's the only thing they know.
Right, yeah.
These people left school early. They ain't graduate yet.
Yeah.
That's all they know. And they spend 365 days trying to make sure that check coming in.
Yeah.
Because if that check don't come in, then what?
Yeah.
Now you back to the street. They robbing, they ski masks. Like, nah, they ain't trying to live like that.
Yeah, no question.
Nah, you might as well. They gonna put everything into this NFL and they gonna go get it.
Okay.
And that'll be the difference. Man.
So when you was down VT, when you was down Virginia Tech, did you sustain an injury down there, or?
But man, before I even got there, I got injured, man.
For real?
Yes.
how this happened, man?
Before I got there, so I told him I was going to VTech. I had to go to military school after I left HD because I waited too long for my recruitment. So I had to go to Fort Union Military Academy.
Okay.
Just because I waited too long, I was still on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if I was going to go basketball or football.
Okay.
So by that time, all of the offers was off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody getting ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Training camp coming in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to Fort Union just because everybody wanted to just see me play a full season of football.
Mm-hmm.
Because my senior year at HD, Dunbar protested against me.
Okay.
So I only got to play the 2 playoff games and the championship game when we beat Dunbar in the championship.
So what they protesting about, man?
They tried to say I transferred too late.
Okay.
First of all, I didn't even transfer. I got put out of East.
Okay.
So you get put out of the school, you got to go to a new school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they try to say I did
They
it
try to
too
find
late.
any way to keep you on the field playing against them.
Anyway, man, and it's like, man, we
Hey, shit, I don't blame your ass, man.
Craig Jeffries, man. I love him to death, man.
I did the same thing. Like,
It's
nah.
damn, dog. Like, I'm trying to make it out, man. Just like the people in your team trying to make it out. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Because I was the only one they protested against. So it's
Right.
like, man, come on, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, going back, like I said, I went to Fort Union. I went down there just for the football season. Like, I had already passed the clearinghouse. I already had my SAT scores and everything.
Okay.
So I'm home. So I'm down there like September through November. And then I came home during the Christmas break.
Right.
I'm in the weight room. I'm up Howard, matter of fact. Lifting weights, trying to, you know what I'm saying, stay in shape, trying to stay in shape, get ready for VTech. Because I was going to VTech in January. And one of the dudes in there, he's showing off for a girl. She and they got some nice on, got a nice body, he's showing off, doing curls. Curling the dumbbell, he can't even lift, dropped the dumbbell on my foot. Ended up breaking my foot, had to get a screw put in my foot. So, yeah, my first game at VTech was here, FedEx Field. We played USC, 04. That's when Reggie Bush went crazy when he scored 2 touchdowns.
I was just going in, so I ain't know.
He did that, but I'm on the sideline mad because they got me in my uniform, but I got a boot on my foot. I couldn't even do nothing.
I know everybody in the stands waiting.
Man, I was sick. Man. I couldn't wait to get on that
family and friends did.
Everybody. We packed that joint out. 90,000 in the stadium, man.
Right.
I was gonna go crazy.
So, the struggle that you went through, we went through coming up. So then the obstacles that you kept having to overcome, schools, getting little injuries and stuff like that. So, April 27th, 2008. You heard your name called. What you thinking about? What goes through your mind when you hear your name called?
Man, that day was so crazy. I didn't even hear my name called. My grandmama woke me up. I was asleep because I was so mad at the politics of the draft and the politics of the NFL. I was so mad at it because, like you said, just going back to VTech, I broke my leg going into my freshman year, broke my foot going into my freshman year. Stayed pretty healthy throughout. Had a broken finger versus UVA, played that game. They just put a pin in it, a screw in it. But I ended up getting in trouble at VTech. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested, but I ain't do no jail time. I ain't even do nothing wrong. It was a situation where a dude, everybody drunk after the game. I didn't even drink, not at VTech. You know what I'm saying? So a dude pull up, one of the big F-150s almost hit me. I jumped out the way. The racist police officer see the dude doors open, thinking I jumped out his door. Locked me up, talking about drunken in public.
Wow.
Ain't breathalyzed me or nothing. Ain't even checked to see if I nothing.
Yeah.
Just saw I was black, locked
only,
me up.
Only assumptions, going off assumptions.
Saw I was black, locked me up. All my teammates out, everybody out, because I forgot who we beat. We had just beat somebody. I think it was Miami.
Okay.
So everybody out, everybody see him put the handcuffs on me, put me in the back of the police car.
Right.
All my teammates, everybody out there. So they started riot. They started throwing bottles at the police officers and everything.
Because they trying to tell them they ain't listening. They like, you got the wrong person.
This what my charge was. Inciting a riot inside the back of a police car. And at this time, it was just bad timing because it's the same time Michael Vick had got in trouble with the dogs. Right. His brother was getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got in trouble for something. Something with the girl he was messing
so
with.
you just, at that point, you was like, I don't want this stigma just.
Yeah, but it stuck with me because at that time, like V-Tech Pass was getting a bad name because of all that was going on.
That's
so,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That was my. I'm like, bro, how you incite a riot and you ain't handcuffs in the back of the police car? You know what I'm saying? All my teammates going crazy. They shaking the car. I'm mad as shit too. Cause I'm in it like this. They shaking the car. I'm in the car like a man. I'm going. I cussed all their ass out, man. I'm like, what was y'all trying to do?
Right.
We was trying to shake you out of there. Bro, I'm in the police. I can't brace myself for nothing. I'm hitting my head and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it just, because it happened, I had to sit out a game. We ended up losing that game to Georgia Tech. Calvin Johnson went crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was public. You know what I'm saying? Even though no charges stuck or nothing.
Yeah.
So, but that's what the NFL do. They look for reasons not to pay you, you know, what you really worth. They try to use anything against you.
Yeah.
So when I put my draft grade in, my junior year, it was second, third round draft.
Okay.
I was supposed to go the first day.
Right.
I ended up falling to the sixth round because of that.
It's a different situation, stigmas. Yeah.
Different situation.
Yeah. So grandma wake you up and say, "Boy, you ain't heard what just happened?"
No. She woke me up and she was like, "Somebody on the phone from California." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "California, yeah, somebody on the phone said they're from California." So I answered the phone, and it's Mike Nolan with the 49ers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Telling me, you know, they about to draft me and all this and that. And he put me on the phone with the rest of the coaches. Coach Jerry Sullivan was my receiver coach. And it was, I was just like, oh yeah. I was like, man, I'm ready to work, man.
So when once they told you that they was from the 49ers and they thinking about getting you, what goes through your mind at that time, man?
At that time, man, it was like a dream come true because it was everything I've been working for.
Right.
You know, because back then wasn't nobody. They wasn't talking about academic scholarships.
Right.
They wasn't talking about They wasn't talking about no other way for us to make it out.
Right.
It was either you hustle, you rap, or you play sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was for me. It was like, man, well, these my only options, and this everybody's saying.
Right.
Then I'm gonna make it in sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got the call, it was like, and throughout my career, it's like, dang, I got to play for both of my favorite teams.
For real.
So that's all I'm thinking. I'm like, man, I'm on the county.
Yeah.
I was like, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. And back in my head, I'm like, man, what took y'all so long?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I seen all these people get drafted before me, and all these receivers ain't even make it.
So that's a little chip you had on your shoulder, like,
man,
ball
I'm
out,
like, shit,
about
man.
to turn
I'm like,
up.
yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, it's like, no matter what you put me, I done already been through everything.
Right.
No matter what you put me through, nothing will stop me. Like, I done been injured, I done been shot at, I done been robbed, I done been stabbed. Like,
So
nothing will stop me. All you telling me to do is catch this football, play football.
Give it 110, shit, I'm giving you 130,
You know how
40, 50.
easy it is running on a football field when you've been running from bullets?
Ain't no law.
Man, come on, man. And that's why it just looked different. Like when I'm running and all that on the field, it just looked different because it was that same mentality. It was like, like, man, I've been running from bullets and running from shit my whole life. All I gotta do is catch this football and try to get in the end zone. Ain't nothing about to stop me, man.
Exactly.
That's why it took 4 or 5 people to bring me down.
Yeah. So you you balled out with some dogs too, man. You had some dogs up there at 49ers. What you Crabtree and Ted Ginn. Then and you had Vernon Davis.
And the Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce. Yeah, no, I was blessed to be.
Bruce was up there with you?
Yes, that was my vet. That was my vet. They put me in the locker room right beside him. They put me right beside him, man. That was my OG.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Isaac Bruce.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, because Mike Moss was the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So Isaac Bruce did his thing, man.
Y'all had some dogs, man.
Yeah, man. I had dogs on every team I was on.
Yeah.
You know, because when I went to HD, even in high school, we ended up winning the championship. We beat Dunbar, Vernon Davis, and them.
Okay.
And, man, like, 13 of them went to college, D1, like Syracuse. 4 of them came to VTech with me.
So when you come to the locker room and he there, you like, I got you.
Yeah, I got you. I got you in high school. I got you at Maryland. When VTech played Maryland, we beat y'all 55-0, 35-7.
So y'all talking big jump.
Yeah, so it was always a friendly competition then.
Yeah.
So when I got this, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? What we gonna do now? How we gonna do this? More catches, more touchdowns. Which one is gonna be?
Both of y'all know y'all got 2 dogs within both of y'all.
Yeah, and it was like. It was almost bound to happen because I was supposed to go to Dunbar.
Okay.
But I was like, nah, that's gonna be too easy, man. Y'all already got all these dogs up here. If I come join this, like, we gonna go undefeated every year. You know what I'm saying? And that was the reason I ain't go to Maryland.
Okay.
You know, one of the reasons, because it's like, man, Ralph Friesian, he was an asshole.
Yeah.
So I ain't really respect him at all. But it was like, man, if I play with Vernon, that's gonna be cheating. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when it finally happened with the 49ers, it was like, oh shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it was big though. You know what I'm saying? Because you got 2 DC guys, not from that far from each other. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, we finally made it, and we both out here.
And y'all playing a little go-go in the locker room, all that, huh, man?
Yeah, nah, we was Vernon wasn't on the go-go like that.
On the go-go?
Yeah, I may have seen him beat his feet once, but that was in the house. You know, he played in the house.
He played in the house.
Yeah,
and that's crazy because like I can go to go-go's.
Yeah,
but man, I see some like older heads older than me, man, riding around listening to go. I can't listen to go in the car, man.
Nah, you can't. I gotta go see it. I gotta go see back.
Yeah, I go see it. It's live. But riding around in the car, I can't. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's just a DC thing, man. Yeah. But all right, so. You just saying it. So was that 2011? Y'all playing the Bucks. Yeah. Y'all was whooping their ass, man. Yeah. It was 41-3.
Yeah.
I see you running the game, 3rd down. Run a little out. Boom. Drop it off to you. You get 6 yards. 4th and 2. Y'all beating 41-3. Y'all do not punt the ball. Go for it.
Yeah.
Right back to you. Catch about 10 yards. And you running like you always run. I'm running from bullets. I'm running from people saying I can't do this. I'm running from this. I'm running for that. You dragging this nigga to the motherfucker. You dragging him to the end zone. Yeah. You hear that pop. What you thinking?
Man, I didn't even hear it, man. I was more mad that I ain't scored.
Okay.
Because it was literally like inches away from the goal line.
I seen you look up at the ref like, nigga, I ain't scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But that, man, and I really, I was so used to it. It was like, man, dang, it was only 2 of y'all. I could have scored. I should have scored.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Because I was used to being gang tackled. But when I heard it and I tried to get up, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh shit, this bad.
So you heard it before you felt it, or did you feel it and then you ain't feel it?
Nah, because your adrenaline rushing.
Yeah,
so all I'm doing, I'm thinking, damn, the end zone right there. I gotta get it.
Yeah. Did I score or did I not? Because it was an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 yard.
When I tried to get up, that's when I was like, oh shit, I just fucked something up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I knew it was bad. Because I couldn't put no weight on it. Like, I dropped. And then Then I saw the trainers rushing at me, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go, like this shit for real. Because before that, like all my other injuries, like even when I broke my foot, I could still walk on there. I could still, you know what I'm saying? I done played with broken fingers throughout college, still catching the ball and everything. So it was like I could play through injuries. But as soon as I couldn't put nothing on, no weight on it, I was like, nah, this joint bad. Like, I'm fucked up for real. Like, you know, this the first real injury. I'm gonna have to sit my ass down.
So I know Coach mad at himself. He mad that it happened. What did you think back to any of that?
I wish I would have just sat my ass down, but like I said, Coach Harbaugh asked if we want to go back in the game.
Right.
Man, Crabtree ran back in that thing.
Yeah. I seen you running. I said, the hell, they beat them 41-3.
Nah, we ran.
And they
back
go
in
to
there.
you back to back.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we knew we was about to pass the ball.
Right.
You know, and as a receiver, I hate to say it, but it's about your catches. It's about, you know what I'm saying, your catches, your yards, your production, your touchdowns.
You said that motherfucker coming to me. I got to make it happen.
I got to make it happen. Because they wasn't paying you for, like, as much as a team player I was, and I think I was one of the best team players there is, man, them motherfuckers not paying you to be a team player.
Nah, not at all.
They going to pay you according to this. You got this many catches, you got this many yards, you got this many touchdowns, this where you stack up versus the rest of the league, this what you worth.
That's what you were.
So at the end of the day, it's like...
And they just going for that.
Yeah, that's all they looking at. They not looking at, oh, he's a team guy. Oh, he blocked. He had 2 extra blocks for Frank Gore to get Frank Gore 1,000 yards and to help him score these touchdowns. Oh, he's sacrificing his body for this other receiver so he could do... Man, they not paying you for that. And like I said, I'm all about the team. But you're not going to get paid for that. Yeah. You know, they going to respect you for it. You know, they going to love you. But your longevity, like, they not going to keep you on the team for that because it's an NFL. And, you know, the NFL stands for not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long. So coaches don't last. Players don't last. You very lucky if you get, you know, in a situation where you play for the same coach for 5 years straight. You play for the same organization for 10 years straight. That's a blessing. Because I was out there 4 years and I started with Mike Lolan, I had Mike Singletary, and then I finished with Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had 3 different offense coordinators, 2 different receiver coaches.
Hall of Famers too. Yeah. So what you got coming up soon? I think you heard some camps you got going on.
Yeah. I got a couple camps with Sports International.
Okay.
So yeah, it's on football. You go to www. I think it's footballcamps.com, and Sports International gonna pop up. We doing something in New Jersey. We doing something in at George Mason. Okay. We did it last year with Jonathan Allen, but you know he in Minnesota now.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's myself. Some couple other NFL vets. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a good camp, overnight camp. You know, the kids spend the night, get up, like training camp style, set up for the kids. And they had a good time.
So to sign up for the camp, what do youngsters got to do?
They just go to footballcamps.com, pick the either the Jersey one or the George Mason one, fill it out, put all the information in, and you're good. Bring your pads, come to play, man. Because
y'all hear that, man? Y'all get some camps, some good lessons from Hall of Fame players. July the 10th through the 15th,
and then George Mason one.
July 17th to the 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever y'all think y'all want to get out there and get some more lessons, tune in, man. Go back to what?
www.footballcamps.com.
All right, bet. Yeah. Man, it was a good interview, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. All right, we out, man.
We lit, we live. Good vibes, good vibes. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. We lit, we live. Good vibes, good vibes. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.